Hi everyone, I hope you're all well. Good evening to you all, or good morning, or good afternoon, wherever you're from. Hope everyone's doing well. How are we doing tonight, everybody? Hope everyone's well. Hello. Is this your day of change? Um, Hope you're doing well. Welcome to my live, everyone. Alright, who we got in here? Everybody alright? 3 people in here now. Hit the like button, guys. Hello, Angelita Lucara. Why? Why you're asking? Hello, Nikki Lee. How you doing? Hello. Here we go. Okay. No, I don't think I remember you. Okay. Seems like most of the people right now are so I don't know. I don't know who's real in here right now, so but welcome in. I've been told that if I block people or time people out, then it hurts my channel. So yeah, so I've got to just not do that really, unless I absolutely have to. Okay, thank you for supporting me. Yeah, well, just try and make sure I'm not really just blocking everybody because even though sometimes people can be annoying, but then yeah, if they're annoying, then they'll just go eventually. They'll eventually get fed up. So you just gotta not let it get to you. If they see that it's not getting to you, then they'll just go anyway. It's like, so just gotta deal with it. If you're gonna get negative, hateful comments and stuff, then it's usually a projection of their own problems. What is my channel about? I talk a lot about fitness, health, that kind of stuff, mental health sometimes as well. But you have to go to university, or what used to. Well, have a nice day anyway. Jamie getting smarter. Yeah, I'm getting smarter every day. Yeah. Okay, thank you for the 3 likes, everybody. Hopefully some regulars start coming in. I don't know. Seems like most people are just not serious right now, so I don't know. So yeah, I don't know what to really talk about tonight. I don't really have anything planned. I don't usually plan it out. Um, how many sets for muscle growth per week for each muscle group, roughly speaking? I think it depends on like your intensity, really. Like if you're going really intense and you're training to failure, then you probably shouldn't be doing any more than about 10 per week, I think, because yeah, like to me, it's like just too many sets is just gonna like cause a lot of fatigue, and it's gonna if you're actually training to like true failure. In fact, some people were even saying that one set per muscle group per session probably. I mean, I'm not necessarily down with the whole kind of one set per week thing, like saying that you do one set to failure and then you have basically several days where that muscle's not being stimulated. That's the whole Mike Mentzer thing, but unless they're like basically doing a drop set at the end of the set, I don't know, just um, some say you should probably stimulate it 2 times a week, but it depends on how if you're training for max muscle but there's a lot of conflicting data on it and stuff. And I think a lot of it comes down to how intensely are you training? Because I remember there was people saying that, like back when Jeff Nippon was saying that, about high volume and stuff like that. But then chances are, if you're doing high volume, then that means that you're what they call sandbagging, which means that you're not really kind of taking each set to any kind of intensity. You're just going through the motions. So yeah, but if you're actually really going that intense, then you can't really be doing that many sets. But each person's going to be different as well. So there's a lot of variables involved. So you have to just kind of find out, what can you recover from. If your muscles feel recovered, then you can try, work some more sets or something. So I think a lot of it's about listening to your body and just seeing what you can recover from as an individual, because the differences are going to be pretty vast. So, hello, Dave. How you doing? Are deadlifts worth the risk to reward, assuming your form is perfect? Well, I don't have the best form on deadlifts, but I personally don't do them that much. I don't necessarily think from a hypertrophy point of view that they're necessary. Um, there are other exercises that you can do, things like um, back extensions, glute ham raises, or like things like that are gonna give you like the same kind of benefits. So I would just, yeah, like I mean, I suppose they're good in a sense that they work a lot of muscles at once, that they're a compound exercise. But if you're really bothered about the wrist, then it's like just do other exercises that are less risky, I guess. Um, there is other ways to train those same muscles. Um, but it comes down to like, yeah, in the individuals, to whether they think it's worth it. But I just do it every so often, just see where my strength is at. But I mean, form, um, like is something that, yeah, you want to make sure that you're not like over arching your back, I guess. Like, but I think it comes down to like, as long as it's not extreme, then I guess it's not probably going to be that bad for some people. But it's just there's a lot of like conflicting data out there. There's like, and was it Eugene Teo saying that arching your back during a deadlift is something that you only have to worry about if that part of your body is weak. That's what he said. I mean, I would have thought that he's probably somewhat reputable on that, but then you'll get somebody that's seemingly just as reputable saying the opposite and saying that never have any arch in the back at all, and it should be perfectly straight. So I think it comes down to just like, just kind of your own experiences and stuff. But I wouldn't do anything extreme, like putting you back into any extreme position that's gonna cause any like strain. Like there was a whole manual handling thing where like, but then they would be bending into really awkward positions to try and lift it up if they haven't learned proper manual handling or something. But yeah, there's a lot of like I said, there's a lot of conflicting data out there, but we have to try and understand nuance, I think, and trying to either be too perfect or too sloppy, I think is bad. I think that there's a middle area where it's like there's probably some room for error, but we can just kind of, as long as we're not doing things extreme. It's like with push-ups, is like people going about form and things like that. And I'm in the UK, yeah, like just nothing too extreme, like extreme arching of the back and stuff like that. But I would say like it's probably good to engage your core on a push-up, just because then you're working more muscles. Then I suppose if the same with the deadlift, if you do keep your back relatively straight, but I think they were saying that it's okay to arch your upper back on a deadlift, because it can actually help you get more weight up, because that way you it takes less strain on the legs. The legs don't have to go through as big of a range of motion. It allows the muscles in the upper back to take some of that load, basically, if you get me. So you'll see like a lot of people trying to lift heavy, they'll like arch their upper back. Not well, in fact, I've seen some of them even arching the lower back, which, like I said, if you're doing that a lot, then probably not good. No, I don't know what that is. 1,000 pound club. Nah, I don't lift heavy like that, if that's what you mean. Are you talking about 1,000 pound total or something, or what? Doing like powerlifting totals. I mean, I go with kilograms usually, but um, nah. Anyway, hope everyone's well tonight. Squats, bench, and deadlifts combined is over 1,000 pounds. Nah, I don't think so. The most I've deadlifted was 150 kilograms, so that would be about 330 pounds. But that was with a mixed grip. So I didn't use any straps, but I just did mixed grip on that. But so yeah, so I don't think I'd be getting to 1,000 pounds. But it's like I don't really do bench press, so I don't know. I'm guessing it's probably somewhere between favorite Pokemon. Um, I don't know. I don't. I'm not really a Pokemon fan. I used to be more of a Sonic the Hedgehog fan, actually, but like back when I was a kid. But I don't really know a lot of characters from Pokemon. Like there's Pikachu, obviously, the yellow character, the most famous one. Everyone knows that. But yeah, it'd be cool if I could get to like 1,000 total. But yeah, that is if we were talking in pounds, which would be about 400 and something. Hello, Flora, how you doing? Hope you're well. Nice to see you. So I want to try and go for like a 200 kilogram deadlift. So that would be about 440 pounds. So that'd be like probably my next goal for like a achievement. Probably try and get like a 150 kilogram squat as well at some point. But then again, I don't really do barbell squats that much as well. So I mean, I could, if I'm going that heavy, I could probably do with a spotter. But I've seen all sorts of crazy shit happen with like squats, even with spotters. It's like, especially when they're going really heavy. I do a lot of like body weight stuff, like pistol squats, really. But I'm probably going to have to up the intensity at some point if I want to keep making progress. So I might look at ways. I don't know whether to get like a weighted vest or something at some point to keep on making progress so I can keep getting stronger. I actually quite struggle with pull ups. So I'm just working on that a lot at the moment. But yeah. But maybe once I can do about 10 pull ups, then I'll start adding weight to them or something. But I have no reason to do that right now because I can barely do pull ups. I mean, the most I've had up to now is like 3 full reps. So there just isn't really any point in me adding weight right now to that. But yeah, but there's some exercises I guess I could add weight to. Like the only thing is if you add like a weighted vest and you're doing push ups, I would say try and do it on like a like with parallax or something and try and do like full range of motion. And otherwise, the problem with like putting on a weight vest is that it decreases the range of motion. I mean, you could strap weight on your back, but it can be a bit tricky doing that. Um, but I would use like bottles in a bag. The only problem I found is that they tend to sort of be more biased to one side, and it's not quite even. So that could lead to muscle imbalances if I'm not careful. Um, so I'm not sure what I'm going to be doing with like push-ups and stuff, and how I'm going to progress that. I mean, there's other ways of doing it, like, but hello, Mr. DuPont. How you doing? Who's Jeffrey? I mean, there's someone called Jeffrey that watches me, but who are you talking to? What? I agree, Jeffrey. Who's Jeffrey? All right. What's going on? Trying to mess with me or something. I'll have to restart this live, everybody.